Joseph Dickerson. Good morning, Joseph.
Good morning.
Okay, you're charged with going through a red light on Roger Williams Avenue and Elmwood Avenue.
On that one, I didn't have a car. I was trying to clean up all my wreckage. That's why I got all this. I was trying to clean up all my wreckage of the stuff that I'd done in the past. But this one, I wasn't even driving until July, the end of July.
A man walks into Judge Caprio's courtroom facing multiple red light violations. But this isn't your typical traffic case. What unfolds next is one of the most brutally honest confessions we've ever witnessed in this courtroom. This man isn't here to make excuses. He's here to tell the truth about his addiction, about renting out his own car for drugs, about the dark spiral that nearly destroyed his life. But here's where this story takes an incredible turn. He's been clean for 6 months. He's paying off his debts. He's taking care of his elderly mother, and he's going back to the same detox centers to help others escape the nightmare he lived through. What Judge Caprio does next, and what 3 strangers from around the world contribute to this moment, will absolutely restore your faith in humanity. This is a story of rock bottom redemption, and the raw courage it takes to stand up and say, I was wrong, but I'm getting better.
Well, this car
Okay.
This car's registered to you.
That's not even a Mercury, I don't think.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
All right. This car is registered to you.
Yeah,
right?
the plates.
Just registration. Yeah.
Yes.
And for how long a period of time has that registration been in your name?
Probably about a year and a half.
Okay.
But, okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
And what's the make of the car? What's the make of your car? What kind of a car do you drive?
I had a green Grand Marquis. But I had...
we're only talking 3 months ago. This isn't a long time ago.
Yeah, but again, like I said, I had junked the car way before then because I was caught up in my addiction. And I wasn't driving since then. I didn't get a new car until the middle or towards the end of July. So what happened was the plates that were on my Mercury, I accidentally left them in my car when I junked the car. And I didn't start driving again until then. So evidently somebody must have had the plates to that. Now on the second page, on the other one, I can vouch for that. But I have not driven since then.
All right. How you doing with the addiction?
And right there, did you catch that? Judge Caprio doesn't dive deeper into the traffic violations or grill him about the plates. Instead, he asks the one question that actually matters. How are you doing with the addiction? This is what separates Judge Caprio from so many others in the justice system. He recognizes that the traffic tickets aren't the real issue here. They're just symptoms of a much deeper struggle. Joseph just admitted he was caught up in his addiction, that he junked his car, that someone else apparently used his plates. A different judge might have pushed back, demanded proof, questioned his story. But Judge Caprio understands that behind every case file is a human being with a story, with struggles, with battles most of us can't even imagine. And that simple question, how are you doing with the addiction, opens the door to one of the most honest, vulnerable conversations you'll ever witness in a courtroom.
I'm doing excellent. I got 6 months clean.
Okay.
And I also go back to the same places I went to and share about my experience.
Explain that to me.
Other words, the places that I was in, the detoxes and stuff that I was in, and the treatments, I go back to them same places, which I did last week, and share my experience, strength, and hope that anybody can do it.
So you're trying to help others who have the same problem.
Exactly.
Until you went through it. And all
Exactly.
Did you have a Toyota registered in your name?
I got one now.
Yeah.
Like I said,
On the Toyota, you got 2 red light violations.
like I was saying, sir, at the time of that time, I was caught up in my addiction. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was renting my car out and everything else. That was my way of getting my drugs.
You were renting your car off for drugs.
At that time, yes.
So
I'm not going to lie about it. I mean, if there's any way that I can get some kind of slack, I'll take responsibility for some of it, but I'm just, I'm living on a budget. I get SSI. But I mean, I'll take some responsibility for this stuff because I did rent my car out for the drugs. I'm kind of embarrassed, but I'm not.
Stop right there. Did you hear what this man just said? I'm kind of embarrassed, but I'm not. That right there is the voice of someone who has truly faced their demons and come out the other side. Joseph could have made up any excuse. He could have blamed someone else, claimed the car was stolen, denied everything. Instead, he stands in front of a judge in a courtroom with cameras rolling for the world to see and admits, I was renting my car out for drugs. That was my way of getting my fix. Do you understand how much courage that takes? How many people would rather lie through their teeth than admit something that humiliating? But here's what Joseph understands that so many others don't. You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. Recovery doesn't begin with excuses. It begins with radical honesty. And this man is proving in real time that he's committed to his recovery by owning every ugly part of his past. That's not embarrassing. That's powerful.
Are you working now?
No, I'm on exercise, sir. And so far, in the process of me getting clean, I done paid all my back rent. I got all that out the way. Now I'm up to power on that. I'm on a budget. If I can, any way I can have a break on something, I'll be responsible for most of that. You know what I mean? And I can pay monthly. But I can put $50 down now.
I have a great deal of respect for people who, number one, fess up to their problem, and secondly, do something about it. Because most people just say, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't. And I hear
I got
that.
a mother I take care of right now.
I hear that all the time. I beg your pardon, I didn't hear you.
Like I said, I'm the only boy out of 8 girls, so I take care of my mother right now.
Speaking to the mic.
I take care of my mother right now, so.
I got it. All right.
Wait, hold on. Let's make sure we fully appreciate what we just learned. Joseph isn't just fighting for his own recovery. He's also taking care of his elderly mother. He's the only son out of 9 children, 1 boy and 8 girls, and he's the one stepping up to handle her medical appointments, her care, her needs. And remember what he said earlier? His mother looked out for him when he was in and out of prison. She never gave up on her son during his darkest years, and now that he's gotten clean, he's repaying that love by being there for her. This is what recovery looks like in the real world. Folks, it's not just about staying sober. It's about rebuilding relationships, honoring the people who stood by you, and becoming someone your family can depend on. Joseph went from renting his car for drugs to taking his mother out to breakfast after court. That is a transformation. That is redemption in action.
And I have a great deal of respect that you are so honest in facing your problem. So there are 4 or 5 things that I can do, one of which is to charge you for this. I'm not going to do that. Not today. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're taking care of your mother as well, aren't you?
Yes. She signed up, I get all the information about her health and all that, take her back and forth to the doctors. Matter of fact, I was going to take out to breakfast today when I got done here. She's been looking out for me when I was in and out of prison, so.
How much time did you serve?
What, in prison? 18 months here, 6 months there, a year there. But I ain't been in trouble in the last 13 years. Thank God for that. I didn't catch a charge during my using.
Let's put this in perspective because these numbers matter. Joseph openly admits he served time in prison. 18 months here, 6 months there, a year somewhere else. That's years of his life lost to incarceration. But here's the part that deserves recognition. He hasn't been in trouble with the law for 13 years. Even during the depths of his addiction, even while he was renting his car out for drugs, he didn't catch a new charge. And now, 6 months into his sobriety, he's proving that people can change when given the opportunity and support. This is exactly why conversations about criminal justice reform matter so much. Joseph isn't defined by his worst moments. He's defined by his willingness to grow from them. Too often, society writes people off after their first mistake. But standing in that courtroom is living proof that redemption is always possible for those willing to put in the work.
There are many individuals throughout the world who have an opportunity to view these court proceedings, and I receive letters from many of them who, through their generosity, want to help other people like you. I'm using 3 donations because I want you to feel that you're not alone, that there are people who care for you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to use this It comes to $192. And I'm going to have that satisfy all of your outstanding offenses.
And this is where Judge Caprio's courtroom becomes something truly special. 3 separate donations from people around the world. Complete strangers who have never met Joseph, who know nothing about his life except what they've seen in videos just like this one, are coming together to cover his $192 in fines. But it's not just about the money. Listen to what Judge Caprio says. I want you to feel that you're not alone. There are people who care for you. For someone who has battled addiction, who has been in and out of prison, who has struggled with shame and guilt and embarrassment. Hearing those words from a judge might be the most powerful thing Joseph has experienced in his entire recovery journey. Addiction thrives in isolation. It tells you that nobody cares, that you're worthless, that you might as well give up. But moments like this shatter that lie completely. Joseph now knows that people across the globe are rooting for him. That's not just charity, that's hope.
Is there anything you want to say to these 3 individuals?
That I want to continue to stay clean, and I want to thank you. I will continue to stay clean. I want to thank you.
A lot of people are falling down, and it's not a shame to fall down. It's a shame not to get up. You get up, and you're helping others. So I want you to know that we're going to wish you the best luck in the world.
Thank you.
And we're proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. And just remember, if you ever get the temptation again, there are an awful lot of people who love you and who are wishing you well. Stay clean.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
What an absolutely powerful case this was. Let's recap what we just witnessed. Joseph Dickerson came into court facing multiple red light violations, but what unfolded was so much more than a simple traffic case. This was a man who hit rock bottom, battling addiction so severe that he was renting out his own car for drugs, cycling in and out of prison, losing years of his life to substances that nearly destroyed him. But Joseph made a choice. 6 months ago, he decided to get clean. He paid off his back rent. He started taking care of his elderly mother, the same woman who never gave up on him during his darkest days. He began going back to the detox centers and treatment facilities to share his story of hope with others still trapped in the nightmare he escaped. Judge Caprio recognized something special in Joseph. Raw, unfiltered honesty. No excuses, no deflection. Just a man owning his past and fighting for his future. And thanks to 3 generous donors from around the world, Joseph's $192 in fines were completely covered, proving that he is not alone in this journey. As the judge so perfectly said, it's not a shame to fall down. It's a shame not to get up. Joseph got up, and he's helping others do the same. If this story of redemption and resilience moved you as much as it moved us, make sure to smash that like button and show some love in the comments. Share this video with someone who needs to hear that recovery is possible. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another incredible courtroom moment. Tell us in the comments, what do you think about Joseph's journey? Have you ever witnessed someone overcome addiction and completely turn their life around? We'd love to hear your stories.